Davis, welcome to the latest episode of Cut to the Chase. And today we're going to be talking about how to be in control. And what do I mean by that? You do an appraisal, you arrive at the property, and it's easy, right? It can be very easy that the vendor welcomes you in and they ask you to sit down, they turn on the jug for a cup of tea. No. You got to be in control, right? Whether you do a one appraisal appointment and presentation at the same time, or like myself, I do two. I go and have a look at the property and then come back. The moment you walk in, you're there and you're in control.
So true, right? Because once they take control, they lead you down a path that sometimes you cannot recover from.
Correct. And you might be there for 45 minutes before you even look at the house. And, they might talk about the family history and all of that. I mean, you're there to appraise the house. So here's what I do, Davis. I walk in and we can talk about the appraisal. We might do it in the later session, what you do before the appraisal. But here we are. Knock, knock. I'm there. I booked the time for 15 minutes. I let them know that I'm there for 15 minutes. I walk in and I say, Aaron, thank you so much for having me here. Today, like I said before, I'm here for a quick look around. I want to see the property. I want you to show me the features, what you like about it, and give me a tour of the house. Then we can have a quick chat. And after that, I can leave and prepare an appraisal and come back to you tomorrow at the time that we made so that we can sit down and talk about the price, the strategy, the timeline, the cost involved, and anything else that comes with selling a house. Now, shall we start from the inside as we are inside? Take you through the tour, look on the outside, and then gauge it, right? Gauge it, because some people, especially cultures, they will like for you to sit down. Now, I love working with Indian families, and if you don't sit down with them for a little bit at the first visit, they sometimes find it offensive. So it's okay to sit down and have a bit of a chat, ask a few questions, why they're selling, and blah, 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 blah. But you got to be in control the moment you walk into the house.
Correct. And I like that question when you're saying to them, what's the hidden value that your CV doesn't reflect, or that it's not common knowledge? So then you're getting the aspects of the property that they love. So when you are doing an appraisal, when you can address those things that they love about their home, it just helps you hold you in good stead, that they think, hey, Diego or the agent has listened to what I said.
Here is another good one. What is this house not giving you that you want because you're now looking to change and upsize or upgrade or move out of location?
Okay.
Because all of a sudden, you've got the reason why they're selling by not asking why they're selling. And it might be too small. We might need a second bathroom, whatever that is. When you go back, you can actually remind them that, you know what I'm going with that, right? So
that's good. I like that.
Yeah. And of course, then you go back and you present the day after. And I always like to start with, mentioning what I just said. Today, we're here to discuss, what buyers might see value. We can talk about the strategy, the method of sales, and I'm going to give you some options. We're going to talk about the timeline and all of the cost involved. And I'll leave it with this question before I move on to the presentation. Is anything else that you need me to cover today? Normally, they say no. But then, they want, by the end of the presentation, you can say, were you happy with the level of information that I provided? Have I missed anything? Are you ready for you to start working with me? Are you happy for me to be your agent? You got to be in control from the moment you walk in through the presentation to the end, so that at the end of the day, you're there to get the business, right? That's our job, right, Davis?
That's your job. And I'll tell you what, you don't get them all, Diego, but you don't miss many.
Correct. Top agents should get 66% of all the presentation they get. That's what Tom Panos says, one of my mentors, just like yourself. And I believe that 1 out of 3 goes to someone else because it wasn't the right match. You can't win them all. You can't be best friend with everyone, and you can't win them all, right?
No, and sometimes you're being called in as a control, right? They're going, hey, I'll get the market leader and I'm always going to list it with my best friend's cousin. But they just want to check that the person they're running with is not, they've covered all the bases because they want the top dollar. But you've also, Diego, you are also sending them those videos before you turn up to the first meeting, aren't you?
Correct. This 90-second video that explains what I will do at the first and the second visit. I'll send them to them by a text message as well. They know what's going to happen, but nevertheless, it's important that you take control. Be in control the moment you walk into the property. I'm going to leave you one last tip. On the way to the meeting, obviously you confirm it in the morning. That goes without saying, but you're going to message them. If you're going to be running, look, I use the sat nav to go home from my office, and I do that drive 3 or 4 times a day. I know how long it takes me, but I like to know the minute I arrive there. I obviously put it on the sat nav when I arrive to a property. And if there is a risk that I'm going to be 30 seconds late, I'm going to message them. I'm going to say, guys, I might be 90 seconds late. I always use the 90 seconds. They have a bit of a giggle. Then when I arrive 30 seconds early, I'm going to say, hey, trust me, I did not speed, but I did my best to get here on time because for me it's important. And these are not techniques. I'm just pedantic with my timing, but let them know then that kind of communication, it might be minuscule and pedantic, but it's another stepping stone that they prove that you are onto the ball and you're the professional that they want to work with, because you're going to be 90 seconds late, but you're going to be 30 seconds early.
Well, as we know, devil is in the detail. People love people that take detail. When you're coming to sell your house, no one wants shortcuts or any perception of being lazy. So I love that as well.
Thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Cut to the chase.
See you then.